Hello, everybody. So today we will be going over a data wrangling project, and I'm working on this project for a different project, and I was in the middle of it, and I was like, there are some data wrangling functions that we can use, which are very, very handy, and which are very, very simple data wrangling functions. And I wanted to make a video or make a make a project about it so that anyone can use it. They're easy to use and they have a lot of values. So I'm using this R Studio Cloud, a version of R, which is again very handy. You don't have to install packages after packages. You don't have to update versions after versions. And you just have to go on R Studio Cloud and create a project. And I created my workspace. I created a project data wrangling. And let me go over some of the data wrangling functions. So first of all, you will need a gapminder because I will be working on gapminder package. So I have already installed gapminder. If you have not, I will be putting this code over there or over online. You can use this code, but I already have gapminder packages installed, tidyverse installed. So I'm not installing them again because we will be using gapminder and dplyr. So gapminder is the package which we will use for our as our data frame, and we will use dplyr functions. So that's why I have to include dplyr library over here. So let me uncomment this so that we can take a look at what does gapminder does. So let me comment this guy and see what is there in a gapminder. So we will just take a glimpse. And as you can see here, there are 6 columns and 1704 rows. Top 2 columns are factor column, which is just the characters or characters. And these 2 columns are integer columns, and we also have 2 columns which are double. So that's how you can take a look at the glimpse. Now what I will do, I will use a verb function here, and I will explain a little bit more, what I mean by verb function. So we have a data set gapminder, and here is the data set. And if you want to run it, you can also run this piece of code just to see what it has. So it looks like this: country, continent, year, life expectancy, population, GDP per cap. That's how it looks. And if you want to filter few of the columns, let's say you want to only filter columns for continent Asia, or let me put a continent Americas here because Asia is already. So you use this piping function over here to filter, and then I will be using function filter of dplyr package. And let's say I want to use let me use year. Year is simple. Year equal to 2002. So if I run data for year 2002, and let's see what comes. So you will see all the data is for 2002, and you will see less rows. It is not 1704 rows, but all the data for all the countries are here. Now I will add one more function on top of it, which is, and before adding one more function, let me say this. So you can also add one more criteria. As you can see in my code, you can also add one more criteria and say country equal to, let's say I want to pull data for United States, and let me run this. I hope I'm writing the okay. Yeah. So because this is also case sensitive, if I just write this, I'm pretty sure it's not going to pull this data, but let's see what happens. So it's not going to pull anything. So because it is case sensitive, and that's what I was worried about. Let me try to pull this data, and you can see we have data for United States in year 2002. It's pretty simple like SQL, but it is just a little different. Now, Now we want to add one more layer on top of it, and I will comment this, and which is sorting. I call it sorting, but in here the function is arrange. And how you arrange data is based on, let's say we want to arrange population. By default, all the population of this package will be arranged in ascending order. So you will see from country Sao Tome Principe, the population is 611, and that's the lowest population. Okay, sorry, 60,011, and that is the lowest population here. All the data is in ascending order, and you can, as you can see here. But if you want to type, if you want to display the population descending order, you just have to type descending and then population. It should do the job. And on top will be a country which is highly populated, which is China. So that's one example of a range function. And I'm going to comment this again here. So we have used filter, we have used arrange. Let me go over mutate function, which is very, very interesting to learn. And so how mutate works is mutate. Let me give you an example of, let's say life expectancy. Okay. So this column life exp, I want to convert life expectancy, which is in years here, into months. And I want to say for each life expectancy, multiply this with 12. And when I run this, you'll be able to see that life expectancy has changed from 70 something to 345, which is in months. So yeah, so before the value was always under 100, but now it is more than 100 or something like that. And for Afghanistan, value is 345. I'm sure this is a country where we have very less life expectancy. But if you go to Mexico, Mongolia, and let me try to find US, where is US? And what we can do here, we can use again the piping operator, this, and let me do filter, one more filter, country equals to United States. Let me see if I am able to find life expectancy for US here. I'm sure I will be. So for United States, these are the life expectancy. And as you can see here, okay, so let me do one thing. Let me do it in descending order. Okay, I think we don't need to use this. And let me call life expectancy in descending order so that we can see which year US had highest life expectancy. So as you can see, life expectancy of US is definitely increasing each year. 2007, it is maximum. Oh, because I'm multiplying it with 12. That's why you will see this value. I was confused, what is happening here. So let me do one thing. So that's the benefit of using mutate. So what we can do here, we can call this column something else. Life expectancy months. And because I'm creating a new column here, so this column life expectancy will remain with the original values, and we will have a new column life expectancy months, whose value will be multiplied with life expectancy into 12. And let me go over here, and you will see life expectancy in months. So in US in year 2007, Life expectancy was 78 years, which is in months 938 months. So this is pretty interesting. You can use all the functions here and how I want to use it so that I'm effectively using our skill set is I want to filter the country first. So I filter the country first and then I'm mutating column and then I'm arranging. Results will be same. It will not change. As you can see here, it should return 12 rows. But I just changed the order so that we can effectively filter data. So 12 rows, it is all same. Yeah, I will be uploading all this code on my GitHub repo, and I will be explaining a little bit more in the text on my website. But yeah, if you have any questions, feel free to feel free to write a comment or ask me directly. All right. Thank you, guys.